I have to stop chewing now?
Yeah, especially chips and salsa. What's up, everybody?
Good morning, good day, good evening, good night.
Whenever you're listening, we're just happy to have you here.
We are happy to have you here. Becky said something the other day to me that really just tugged on my heartstrings, and I started crying. And she said, let me read it to y'all because I was crying. She said, I just want to let you know that I love having a podcast with you. I just watched the hype roll for this week and I was there, but I get excited about it. And I started crying and it was late and I think I was in bed. My period was coming. My period is here. She's present. Aunt Flo is flowing. I was crying at that because I love having a podcast with you also.
It's just so much fun. I recorded a podcast last night with a bunch of like queer people, and obviously you got brought up, and they asked me to explain the difference between the two podcasts that I have, and I was talking about Karma and Chaos, and I was like, it's like you're in our FaceTime call. Like you are listening now to mine and Kail's private conversation, and like you're just a friend, and like not just like you're a friend with us. Like you're just one of the girls or boys or whatever it is.
It's like hanging out with the guys, the boys.
Yeah, hanging out with the boys. I literally watched those hype reels and I was there when we were like, I'm a part of it.
Like you're like one half of it.
And I'm like waiting for what's next. I'm like waiting for what's next. And I'm like, this is so funny. Like
our community rides for us and we ride for them and we love lesbian shit and we love all the things.
They're so funny.
The shit they come up with, the group on Facebook, everything about it is unhinged and I love every minute of it. I don't know if I updated you, probably not, because I try to save everything for our FaceTimes, aka this podcast. My Hummingbird feeder with the camera with the link that you sent me came. I set it up. I got the poles to like hang it on something. So I just had to, but it's been raining, so I haven't put it up and out. And then what kind of nectar did you get for your hummingbirds?
Okay, I don't know if this is the right one, so no one get mad.
I got that one. That's what I got.
But everyone says you should make your own. So I'm going to attempt to make my own, but I just use this for now. But what no one warned me about, and I have a bone to pick with all my Karmaroos that are also hummingbird girlies, no one warned me about the ants. So like the ants infiltrated my hummingbird feeder and you got to get an ant moat that sits above it so that the ants can't come. This is Fetty.
Fetty has one eye.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that why you named him Fetty?
Yeah. It looks like your cat.
Yeah, it does. Mine's long hair, but I don't know what the kitten is. The kitten that Elliot brought home.
Yeah. Anyway, so moat, you might need a moat.
Noted. I got like a traditional bird feeder as well as the camera bird feeder. So I got two because I wanted to see like what draws in more. Really excited about that.
You should have it facing each other so you can see the other one too.
True.
It's cool. I didn't know the camera itself also will notify you if there's animals or people. Like it doesn't just pick up birds.
Well, I turned off the people feature because I have too many people in the house at all times and also delivery drivers too often that I was like, I'm not turning. Wow. What's up with you? How are you?
I'm great. I'm good. I was just telling Alessandra before you came on, we had our call with the doctor this morning. Well, with our midwife this morning. Just asking Leah how she is, going over her last blood test. I am so excited. Leah was like, we could request for her to be our midwife if we want. And I said, are you serious? She could give birth? She could like be our delivery person? She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's this younger Black woman. And I say that because like, I would be so proud if it was not only a woman, but a Black woman that delivered our kid. And it would make me so happy and just so proud. And she is so nice and she giggles. And like her laugh is so like warm and welcoming. I hope she listens. I did actually the first time I met her, I told her to listen to this podcast. I wonder if she did. But I was like laying there. It was a phone call. We didn't have to go in. And she was like, and what do you think about that, Becky? And I said, sounds great. And she just started laughing at me just because we have that like bantering like relationship. But scary. She was like, we are getting closer and you should think about, if inducing is what you guys are comfortable with doing. It's what we recommend between 39 and 39 and 6. IVF, they encourage.
It's all babies. It's not just IVF.
True. But
I don't understand it. I personally don't understand it. I would be so curious to hear different reasons why they feel like they don't even give people here. They really don't even give people the option to not get induced.
So Leah asked one of the doctors, and he told her it's because you can monitor a baby's health better outside than you can inside. So it will lessen the chance of mortality, because like outside the womb they can monitor it, like if there's anything wrong or any complications, then they can inside the womb, because the baby's fully cooked, right? Like it's like you're not doing it. It just, there's conversations around it making the labor harder, right? Because your body is not like fully prepared and you're inducing it. Anyway, we are inducing. So it's not, Leah wants the baby out as quickly as she can. With that being said, she was like, you should start thinking about, if there's a date that works better for you, and we're like, well, and so it'll be around July 2nd, which is like 5 weeks away. And when this comes out, it'll be like 2 weeks away or 1 week away.
How do you feel? Is your hospital bag packed?
Yes. Hospital bag is packed. Leah was having cramping like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And that sent me into a spiral. So of like getting things prepared because I was nervous.
Okay.
I got nervous. But yes,
I'm really excited for you. You could be like our friend Taylor, who had an induction date and went before the induction.
That could 100% happen.
Yeah. So that could be cool. I love that. I'm excited for you. And I hope that you guys pick a date that's like, that you really like, because that's the baby's birthday for the rest of their life.
Well, if you induce on a second, you could be in labor for 2 days. We don't know.
This is true.
I would love a 4th of July baby.
No, I wanted that for Lux so bad. Like I would never obviously wish that I would go into preterm labor, but Lux was the closest. Lux and Creed were the closest to 4th of July, and I wanted 4th of July so bad.
Yeah. So it would be just so much. You're off that day. You have a party.
Always have a party no matter what.
It would just be great. It's fun for us too. So the 4th, it's weird. So our dating anniversary is I always say 4.5 because it was 4th of July, but it was after midnight. So technically it was the 5th of July, right? Like, how do you pick the date? So I always say 4.5. So the 4th and 5th is our dating anniversary. It'll be 9 years this year. And then the 6th is our wedding anniversary. So
celebrate the whole week.
Yeah. So much to celebrate. So we get to share that, like our family starting, and then like July is just a great time. July
is one of my favorite months because so much happens. I know it's like one of the hottest months, but like I love July so much because I feel like everybody celebrates everything in July.
Yeah.
And then Creed's birthday is in July. It's just like a fun month altogether. So it feels like a good month.
Yeah, it does feel, and I can deal with a Cancer baby, so.
Or Leo.
No.
Creed's a Leo.
We don't want any Leos. You've been holding them hostage against me, and Creed, I finally got to FaceTime with Creed.
Oh.
Yeah. I got to FaceTime with Creed, and he was so cute. He was he kept asking me how old Bex was. I was like, he's 0. He doesn't have an age. He's like, well, he needs to have an age. I guess he's 9, almost 8 months, because like he is technically 8 months old in there.
I never understood. If you look up like Korean birthdays, like in Korea, they're very different than ours. I personally don't understand why they're not turning 1 when they're 3 months old.
I agree.
Like 3 months from date of birth, because you're already you've been cooking for 9, almost 10 months.
Yeah, I think we need to change it up.
And like, so you're really 2 when you turn 1. Like you're closer to 2.
Yeah.
You know, they're like a year and 9 months, a year and 10 months. Like it's weird.
Yeah, they got it right. We got it wrong.
Today's episode is sponsored by the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. When you have a pet, you love taking care of them because in their own way, they're taking care of you. But even if you're the best pet parent in the world, unpredictable things can happen. And fortunately, you can always give your care a boost with the ASPCA pet health insurance. I know my dog, my cats, all my animals are a part of our family, and I want to make sure they always have the best care. And in today's world, we insure so much: our cars, our homes, cell phones, my camper, travel plans. But what about insurance for your cat or dog? Elliot just recently brought home a baby kitten, and the first thing I thought about was insurance. And with the ASPCA pet health insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters most.
The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier for pet parents like you to help your pet get the care that they may need. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program has been around for over 18 years, and they've helped more than 600,000 pets during that time. They allow you to customize your plan, helping ensure that your pet's plan is unique as they are, because vet bills can really add up, especially when you're least expecting it. It's simple. Use their app to submit a claim, and you'll receive reimbursement for eligible vet bills directly into your bank account.
To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/karma. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/karma. Again, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/karma. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Do you believe in like zodiac sign stuff?
I do. Because it's like the universe, right? Like it's like when you really think about it, for people who believe in Jesus, maybe this is not the conversation for you, but like, you know what I mean? But like we are on a floating rock. So to me, the stars aligning makes more sense than Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I'm going to offend a lot of people. What I have to say about that is I love whatever anyone believes. So if you believe in Jesus Christ, I'm happy for you. What I can't get behind is extremists. So if you're an extreme Zodiac follower, or if you're an extreme Jesus believer, if you are so extreme and you are an extremist, I cannot get behind that. If you followed the Lord, if you live your life, what is it? Fearfully and wonderfully made, I'm happy for you. Just please don't shove it down my throat. That's all I ask. And I'll do the same. I won't talk about zodiacs. I won't talk about how I'm a fucking Pisces. I won't talk about how I'm a Virgo rising and I present as put together and I'm not put together, because people who don't know who Kail is think I'm put together, believe that or not.
And that's all she wrote, folks.
Please come to the table if you think that Kail has it all put together. Please. Let us know.
A couple things to say. I grew up religious. I have nothing against people that follow religion or think it's good for whatever. I always think about the creation of religion, and I think about a man. It's always a man in my mind. I think about him walking down a street, like back in like the 300s, and he needs prescription glasses. They're not offered to him. So he's walking down the street and he eats a mushroom and he starts hallucinating, but can only see 5 feet in front of him. And so it's this kind of person that created like the theories and like the people that they meet. Like you have people that don't have glasses or access to eye care, but you're trusting them for something they saw 100 feet away. I don't know. That's
what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I think about. I did post on my social medias, like, what does this mean? Because I'm a Virgo, like whatever, and then I'm a Pisces moon and Pisces rising, and everyone said that makes sense why you cry so much.
Wait, you're a Pisces rising? That's that
and a Pisces moon.
Yeah.
So
like Kail is a Pisces.
Yeah.
And like the moon sign is like,
your emotions.
Is your emotions, and your rising is what you present as. So that makes so much sense. And you're really put together because you're a Virgo. Like your spreadsheets are insane. Your spreadsheets are insane. And then, but like you're very emotional. So that tracks so much.
Speaking of spreadsheets and being put together, you guys want to update on my crying spreadsheet?
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do.
Look at
So you've cried a lot in 2025. You know who you should listen to? You should listen to Rod Wave. He's also been through a lot.
I've cried 132 times this year so far.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, how many times?
132.
132. How many days are in the year so far? From January 1st to May 28th.
How many days have there been this year? I'm asking Sam.
Who the fuck is Sam?
There's been 148 days.
So you've cried 136 of them?
132. I've cried 132 times, not 136 of them, because 132 of them, because sometimes I cried multiple times in one singular day.
You've been through a lot, and if I could recommend listening to Rod Wave for you, I think that y'all will have some things in common. Would you rather drink a gallon of milk or eat a gallon of butter?
What the fuck? I feel like those aren't even, that's what you bring to the table. I feel like those aren't even comparable.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, or like a big tub of fucking butter. You know what I mean? Like you're just
eating butter is like you wouldn't be able to get through it. You would be able to sit down and drink a gallon of milk, I think.
I'm not sure.
Straight, if I could eat a gallon of butter if I had bread with it.
No, I'm thinking just like scooping it out of the tub kind of deal.
Yeah. That's like eating a gallon of mayonnaise.
Do you ever wish you were athletic?
You're not gonna get me. For sure. I'm chronically online. Yeah, I do wish I was tall. We did it to Carson the other day, or Kelsey did it to Carson. We went out to Friendlies. I'm a sucker for Friendlies. I don't know if you know that.
I love Friendlies. I love their situation with the barbecue, cheddar ranch. Yeah, but our Friendlies closed.
That's unfortunate. Lee and I go there once a month, probably. Not as much as I like. And they're loaded waffle fries. Should we get a Friendlies sponsor? I do want to bring it back to kids real quick. I need to ask you, you travel, but you don't really travel with babies too much. I'm trying to figure out airplane etiquette for kids. Okay. So
there is none.
Number one, I want everyone to know I give grace to sound. I put on my noise canceling headphones. Not your fault. Baby's screaming, baby's talking, kids are loud. I don't care about that.
Me neither.
Never in my life. One thing that I have to figure out if I need to start changing me about is kids hitting the back of my seat. I get really disturbed by like parents letting the kid like open and shut the thing behind me. And I don't know if that's something I need to change of like, what are they supposed to do? Or as a parent, I need to be able to distract my kid away from hitting the back of my seat.
There's really nothing you can do about it. It really is it's the parent. However, that being said, the parent can't also control their child in that way either.
Yeah.
The solution that I have for you, and people are not going to like it, is you have to fly first class.
Okay.
Wait, babies are in first class.
Not really.
No,
they are, but not really.
There were 3 babies on my flight home.
But
I'm talking about like toddlers that are opening and slamming shut the.
But do you really think that that's not a parent? Like a parent can't control that because like maybe it's just because I grew up in the 90s, but like like I have been flying since I was an infant. Like airplane etiquette was like drilled into me. Like
it's not today though. We're talking about kids that are being raised by fucking millennials. People are not controlling their kids like they used to in the 90s. But they're not, if they're not doing it, here's the thing. If they're not doing it on a regular basis for everyday activities, why would you think that your kid is going to sit there and behave on a plane if you're not disciplining them on a regular fucking day? That's the problem. So there's no way to correct this because these parents are not, and we're not speaking on we're not speaking on neurodivergence. We're talking about neurotypical children. You're not disciplining them on a regular day and they're acting up on a plane. Don't expect them to act right. There's nothing that the parent can do because they're not doing it.
That's true. I will tell you that like I literally stopped teaching preschool because do you know how many parents I had told me that I couldn't say the word no to their children? Yep. The word no. What the fuck do you mean I can't say no, don't fucking yeet that toy across the room and hit another kid?
Yep.
I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you that they're not doing it on a regular basis, but you can.
You can, but parents are not. And part of it is being like a millennial, and we are like having thoughts of our own and not doing children should be seen, not heard. But the other part of it is like the gentle parenting situation. And I'm a big, big believer that not all children or parents should be gentle parenting. And what's interesting is I just had a conversation with Lala Kent yesterday about how to parent depending on your co-parent. So it's not just about parenting the child how they need to be parented, but it's also the co-parent. I cannot co-parent with Joe the same way I'm co-parenting with Javi, the same way I'm co-parenting with Chris. That's not how it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, so true. I would love to hear from listeners how they're doing it, because I think most people don't gentle parent. I think they passive parent.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's so funny to you?
It's just funny having you list like multiple people you co-parent with.
Do you guys struggle with bloating or discomfort after your morning coffee? Because if you do, you should be drinking everyday dose consistently, because I'm telling you, this will help your bloating. Your bloating will reduce and your face will be less puffy. I absolutely love it. I literally have Everyday Dose Coffee Plus right in front of me, and I'm obsessed with it. Everyday Dose has the classic coffee taste you love without the nasty side effects, plus added benefits. So there's no crash and no jitters. And collagen is less about quantity and more about consistency, but Everyday Dose makes the ritual easy to support skin, hair, nails, and joints.
Everyday Dose is a coffee plus benefits. It combines 100% Arabica coffee with powerful ingredients like lion's mane and chaga, collagen, protein, and nootropics to fuel your brain, boost focus, and give you a clean, sustained energy all day long. No crash, no jitters, just clean, sustained energy. They have Coffee Plus and Coffee Plus Bold. Coffee Plus is a mild roast, light and smooth. Low acidity, which is easy on a sensitive stomach, and mellow energy. Coffee Plus Bold is a rich blend of medium roast, 100% Arabica coffee, robust and full-bodied yet smooth. Extra boost of energy. Both are 100% Arabica coffee, have functional benefits, and are mold-free. Everyday Dose does third-party testing.
Get 45% off your first subscription order of 30 servings of Coffee Plus or Bold Plus. You'll also receive a starter kit with over $100 in free gifts, including a rechargeable frother and gunmetal serving spoon, by going to everydaydose.com/karma or entering karma at checkout. You'll also get free gifts throughout the year. That's everydaydose.com/karma for 45% off your first order.
I have two things to say. Number one, I love when I'm reminded that we're not in the same tax bracket. Number two, you suggested me to fly first class. I've never flown first class in my life. That's a lie. Once for a work trip because my boss upgraded me. So
I'm not laughing because you've never flown first class. I admittedly am very out of touch. I am.
Number two, I'm preparing for myself on like when I fly with my kids. I feel like I'm just going to take flights where I can buy the first seat where there's no one in front of me, so I don't have to feel the guilt of my kid hitting the seat, right? Like the first row, there's always...
Yeah, but I don't think kids can fly in that. I think that's the emergency aisle.
No, it's not. Emergency aisle's back further in the middle of the plane. Listen, let me speak of economy, okay? You don't know what it's like.
I can't. Oh man.
You, Kail's defense, okay? The first time I ever flew first class is because she flew me first class for work, and then after I'm like, this is the balls. Like, I need to fly first class. Like, she fucked me up. Like, that's fucked up that now every time I fly myself, I need to fly first class because it's fucked up. It is different.
It's fucked up. Once you fly first class, you're never going back.
It's true. And I get it. So I'm going to say into your defense, I get it. Especially if you can do it, do it.
I once bought the big ass seats or whatever they're called in Spirit's first class.
Spirit has first class?
Yeah.
Oh, bet. I'm gonna fly Spirit.
It was actually really nice.
Wait, I didn't know that. And they just got voted like safest flights.
Yeah. Well, it's not your first class, but like it is, it was nice. Like it was definitely worth it.
When we went to Disney for the marathon, the half marathon in 2018, we flew Spirit.
We flew together?
Well, maybe we didn't. It was me, Bone, and Lindsay.
Yeah, I don't think we flew together.
Oh, well, I did fly Spirit back then. I don't remember what it was like, but y'all know, anyone listening to this podcast, it really is all jokes. Like if I had to fly in economy, I would not.
But like, I don't hold it against you. Like good for you.
Thank you. I didn't exploit my entire.
You worked hard. You sacrificed your body just to be able to fly first class wherever, whenever, and wherever.
Period.
Speaking of booking, this isn't going to be relative to you either in nature because you don't book your own stuff. But
we're just fucking ripping me to shreds today. I feel so out of touch at this point.
So it was funny because there are like booking a flight is a laptop task. It's
not a phone task.
It is not a phone task. And it blows my mind like that people exist. I guess I might be a little out of touch too without a big screen. Like there are things I'll like go to start doing something on my phone. I'm like, no, this is a big screen task. I need my laptop.
It's not just flights. Like buying tickets for things. I don't like doing it on my phone. Like if I have to go to Ticketmaster, StubHub, anything like that. And then I did something, I was signing Lux up for tackle football. And I was like, he sent me the link, the coach sent me the link via text or whatever on like my phone. And I was like, oh, can you actually email this to me? This is like a big screen task. I can't. I thought I was the only one because I know Kristen does like a lot of stuff from her phone. And I can't if I could, I would do everything from my my computer.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I love my big screen, but I also live off of it. Like I'm on my computer more than on like most things in life. If I'm spending over like X amount of dollars, it's online. It's a big screen task.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Oh, also, did I tell you that I saw Chandler not that long ago? He came over last week.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
That was it.
Yeah, I was just because you love him. So
I do love Chandler.
Mm-hmm. He was really excited to sleep in the camper. He slept in the camper. So he was really excited.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I fucking love Chandy.
Yeah, he's the best. So yeah, big screen tasks for sure.
Speaking of Kristen, this is also on my list. It has nothing to do with Kristen, but Leah makes fun of me a lot because I've had a lot of different jobs in my life. Like we'll be like driving through Strasbourg where I went to college and I'm like, oh yeah, I worked there. I've had a lot of just all over the place, but it always comes up in Leah loves to bring it up. This one time I was going through like a quarter life crisis. I had got fired from my job, which
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Why'd you get fired?
I didn't do anything, and I was stand 10 toes deep on that. I was fired because I had difficulties with management or being managed, and I just have difficulties being managed by shitty fucking people. And some people don't. This fucking woman told me, we were in a conference, we were in a call or in a room when I was IRL. We were talking about a event that I had to go to for work. And I was like, yeah, I can go, all this. There's multiple people in this meeting. Mm-hmm. This woman looks at me and goes, do you have something to wear for the conference? And I said, meanwhile, you have to dress business casual to work. Like I was in business casual or business clothes. And I said, yeah, like I have a collared shirt on and pants. And she looks at me and goes, no, like more things like Kristen, one of my coworkers who dresses like a girl and I dress masculine. That's the reason, one of the reasons that I got fired, because I didn't get along with that manager who told me that I needed to have more feminine clothes, which I could have fucking sued them for discrimination.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And the other person that was managing me, I wanted to learn more about the custom side of things. And she just like didn't want anyone to know anything that she did. So she would just gatekeep information. And so we butted heads because I wanted to learn more, but she didn't want to teach me more. Yeah. So I got fired for not being manageable, but they just had shitty managers.
Well, I think people feel that if they gatekeep information, they're the only ones that can keep the job so that they can't be replaced.
And that's not a good manager. But I want everyone to know getting fired from a job is one of the most traumatic things that I've ever gone through. I was like hyperventilating. I thought I felt so like disappointed in myself. I was like probably 25, 26 when it happened. Awful experience. So if you're going through getting fired, I feel you and I hear you. That is not fun.
I just have a question for traditional jobs. You know how they recommend giving 2 weeks notice or whatever?
Yeah.
So they can fire you on the spot.
Yeah.
But when you want to leave the job, your etiquette says to give 2 weeks. Like, why is that?
Because if you're getting fired on the spot, there's probably like going to be like malicious intent behind it. So they don't want that person to wreak havoc after they be fired without being known they're being fired. When you're giving a 2-week notice, it's probably because you have a new opportunity, but you don't have to. Actually, Leah has to give 90-day notice if she wants to leave. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was saying, what?
90 days is that's a long time.
It's a long ass time. Yeah.
Let's talk about O positive, because we talk about sex sometimes on this podcast. We've talked about cheating, and sometimes both of those things can throw off your pH. Also, if you wear a thong too many days in a row, you might get your pH thrown off, and O positive has a remedy for that, okay? O positive is a women's health company. They offer a wide range of symptom targeting supplements that support women at every stage of life, from their first period to well beyond their last. And they're proud to have the best-selling women's health products at Target and Amazon. Vaginal Probiotics is one of the top 5 supplements on Amazon and have multiple #1 products in Target for intimate care, PMS, and menopause categories.
What's so special about O positive products? They create real, tangible results with ingredients that are backed by clinical studies and shaped by board-certified doctors. O positive is committed to breaking down stigmas and addressing issues many women experience: hormone health, vaginal health, menopause, and so much more. Euro is a probiotic blend specifically formulated to support vaginal health, balance healthy vaginal pH, support healthy vaginal smell, maintain healthy vaginal flora. Many factors: sex, tight clothing, sweat from working out, hormones, periods, etc., can disrupt vaginal health and lead to an imbalance in vaginal flora and pH, causing unhealthy vaginal odor, taste, abnormal discharge, and discomfort. Urovaginal Probiotic is a blend of 4 powerful strains of lactobacillus probiotics, backed by research showing these strains support healthy vaginal odor, vaginal pH, and flora. In addition, Euro contains prebiotics that increase effectiveness of the probiotics. When taken daily, 2 capsules a day, Euro delivers noticeable benefits within 8 weeks. Many may see results sooner. Many customers talk about how the improvement in vaginal health led to greater confidence as well as better sex and intimacy. Take proactive care of your mental health and head to opositive.com/karma or enter karma at checkout for 25% off your first purchase. That's opositiv.com/karma for 25% off. Do you love your shades but find them getting caught in your hair frustrating? Well, those days are over thanks to Shady Rays. Their best-selling tangle-free collection has nose pieces specifically designed to avoid any snags in your hair. This way, perfectly styled hair remains perfect. A bun that stays in place is a bun that I love. Shady Rays offers all the iconic styles from the aviator to cat eye design frames, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match every outfit.
If these are not the perfect fit, no worries. You can exchange or return them for free within 30 days. It's risk-free shopping with fast personal support. Shady Rays also has 300,000 5-star reviews, and that's obviously a lot of happy customers. So start shopping for your next pair of sunglasses today and see why Shady Rays is the go-to choice. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out an amazing deal for the season. season. Head to shadyrays.com with code KARMA for 35% off their premium polarized sunglasses. Snag your shades and get ready for the summer sun.
I was saying that because when I got fired from that job, I like was trying to figure out what was next for me. Like trying to find a job, looking for a job is awful. Like trying to find jobs at any point in life is just awful. So I was like, oh, okay. Like I was going a couple months with looking, couldn't find anything. And I finally was like, I need to like pick up something. And so I started becoming a personal assistant for this. What? For this lady who
Wait, why did you never tell me this? You were a personal assistant? Like an executive personal assistant?
So
like
she had a company. She had like a design company. So I thought like I could double dip. I could learn from her about like her design work, but then I was also her personal assistant in life. She was Jewish. It's important because I had to learn how to food shop for kosher and cook kosher. In that experience,
you were cooking for her.
Yeah, dude. I had to fold her towels in our house, and they had to be folded a certain way, or I would have to refold them. It was such an experience.
How long did you do this for? And when?
I did it for a couple months.
What did you say when you left, or did you also get fired?
No, I don't think I got fired. I think it would have been. I think I just like I found like a full-time job.
So what did you say to her?
I think I said I found a full-time job, but I think about her daughter sometimes though, because I had to help with their kids too.
That is not a personal assistant. You got duped. You got bamboozled. Those are all different jobs, and you got bamboozled. You got ripped off.
But Leah loves to bring it up. Like Leah loves to remind me. Like, and it's so funny because she pops up on my friend suggestions on Facebook.
Add her. I want to see what she looks like.
I'm not
Send me her profile. I'm adding her.
Wait. Okay, this is gonna even make it even better. So the one design project I was working on with her was for a church. Okay, and I remember this so specifically because the church was breaking off from their big mega church because the mega church was allowing for same-sex marriage and they didn't believe in that. So they broke off and were forming their own new community. And so I was helping her brand this new church. And so I had to go. I went to the pastor's house with her to like meet the congregation, to meet the people.
For temple, they have a pastor? Like a rabbi?
No, it wasn't because she was Jewish. The people we were working for weren't Jewish.
Oh.
So I had to go and meet all of these people, and I get there, and the pastor was a woman, and she was this butch lady who was like definitely gay.
Am I allowed to laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, you look so nice.
Hi.
Aww.
Say hi, baby Bex.
Did you know
baby Bex?
She was Jewish in the beginning?
Yeah, I did.
Because I think that's important because Becky had to go shopping for kosher only foods and cook only kosher meals.
No, because Becky got ripped off. Those are like 12 different jobs in one. That's not a personal assistant.
Like, she was paying me like $20 an hour too.
What?
Yeah.
And it was far too. It was like an hour away.
Yeah.
Oh, you got ripped off.
Love you.
Love you.
Is that my shirt?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Nothing fits me.
Bye, Leah.
FaceTime me, but I probably will be on a call. She's going to see baby Bex. He's getting measured.
Oh, cute. So you were helping her with the church that was forming.
And so when I got there, like, it was just, my mind was blown. Not only was I like helping this homophobic, like, church people.
This is giving Theo Vaughn. This entire conversation is giving Theo Vaughn.
But I get there and like she was married. We went to her house. It was in her basement. She was so nice, but like she was like a butch lesbian. Like
married to a woman or a man?
Man. But like just how ironic. I mean, obviously married to a man, they're homophobic. They wouldn't let gay people in their church. That's why they split off.
Okay, I thought that you were helping with the part of the church that was welcoming.
No, the other side.
Got it. That's concerning.
Yeah. You know,
I always wonder how people in certain positions, you know, people who are more accepting, how when it comes to work, do you accept somebody? Like, I remember, I don't know why this story has stuck with me for so long. Years and years and years and years ago, I read a story about this white supremacist family who named their children after like Adolf Hitler, right? And they wanted to go get sheet cakes made saying happy birthday Hitler or whatever. And the bakery refused to do it, right? Makes sense because you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So again, extremists, bringing it back to the extremist conversation. But for a situation where you are a lesbian and you are accepting of all walks of life, how do you then decide I'm going to work for this company or this person or this group who's not accepting, but like I have to pay my bills, but I have to do something that goes against my morals and my ethics? Like, how do people do that? I mean, I know people have to do it every day because bills have to get paid, but like what is that like?
Yeah, I think it's hard, right? I think that it's all situational and like where, like, it's a privilege to be able to have that choice.
Yes.
Right. Like
1000%.
Even with me, like I work in corporate America, I deal with people that don't agree with me, like all the time, not all the time, but it happens and have conversations. But for my personal side of things, I have that choice to be able to say yes or no to situations based on if it aligns with my morals or values. Work wise, I feel like my boss would my boss's boss would probably respect me if I was in a situation I didn't feel comfortable in with a client and said I can't work with them because of XYZ. I think they would respect me and like be like, okay, that's fine. We'll put someone else on it. But it's I mean, why the fuck do we have to be in this situation in the first place?
Well, I'm pretty sure one of the disciples was gay or something, so I don't know why.
Bitch, what the fuck? Who told you that?
Somebody told me that. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Let me think about this. It was somebody that had to do with like the constellations.
What?
Keep going, please. Floor is yours.
I would need to know. Immediately, me who went through like CCD church every fucking week.
It might have not been one of the disciples, but it was somebody who had to do with like the constellations and like the stars, and he was a scientist, and it was like gayness goes all the way back to then. Is basically my point.
In the Bible, when they're talking about how gay people aren't religion, they're not talking about gay people. They're talking about pedophiles.
It's all up for interpretation. How you interpret it is not how the next person interprets it. So to sit there and decide for everyone that being gay is, sinful, and then to turn around and get divorced, like no one sin is greater than the next. So like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, what are we really saying?
Happy Pride.
Happy fucking Pride.
As you guys know, I have 5 cats. We go on daily walks, we go around town, we do all the things together because we love our cats in this house. I was so excited when I got my Smalls box. There were toys in this box. The cats still play with them all throughout the day. You have to try Smalls. Smalls is a cat food company that is packed with protein, recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why Cats.com named Smalls their best overall cat food.
I just talked about this not too long ago, but Elliot recently brought home a kitten, and his name is Bo. When I got these packages, I was like, what is this? And it's all cat products, and I was obsessed with it because I also use fresh food for my dogs, and we love our kitten over here. If your cat's having digestive issues, throwing up their food, or your cat is simply in need of a diet upgrade, that's what we wanted to do. We've all been there, and you should check out our sponsor, Smalls. It's really cool. I'll post a picture of the products, and now we have toys, we have dry food, we have snacks, and then we also have the broth that goes on the food. We absolutely love it. And if you're a cat person, this is for you. I don't think that you guys should just be feeding your cats kibble, but that's just me. Believe it or not, your cute kitty descended from ferocious desert cats who hunted for live prey and food, and your cat isn't any different. They still do need fresh protein packed meals to stay their best. And other cat food products just don't have that. So that's why we have switched to Smalls. Becky and I have both switched to Smalls, and 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements, which is a huge deal.
For a limited time only, because you are a Karma and Chaos listener, you get 35% off Smalls plus an additional 50% off your first order by using code KARMA. That's an additional 50% off when you head to smalls.com and use promo code KARMA. Again, that's promo code KARMA for an additional 50% off your first order plus free shipping at smalls.com.
Summer means vacations, outdoor adventures, and longer days, but it also means less time spent cooking. I was on the phone with someone yesterday and she was like, Kail, I don't know how you do it with the food because I genuinely do not have time to cook. And it's so hard. But with that being said, Tempo Meals is a great option. And if you didn't know, Tempo is the official partner of the 2025 CrossFit Games. Y'all know Becky and I actually both used to do CrossFit, and so that's a big deal. They deliver fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door, packed with protein, and their delicious meals help keep you fueled and ready for your next workout. These are quick meals. They're feel-good, single-serving meals that are crafted to cook in just 3 minutes, and they're so, so, so good. You can eat well without sacrificing taste or convenience. Pop it in the microwave, get your food in, take it to go with you. I'm literally eating it on my drive to soccer practice or once I get there. And so I'm telling you, Tempo is the way to go.
With new recipes each week that are made with real ingredients and nutrient rich, they make it easy to keep up with a healthy lifestyle. Tempo's perfectly portioned lunches and dinners take the guesswork out of eating well. They are fully prepared and can be heated in the microwave in just 3 minutes. Tempo offers a variety of meals from different dietary and taste preferences, including protein-packed, calorie-conscious, carb-conscious, and fiber-rich. For a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/karma. That's tempomeals.com/karma for 60% off your first box. tempomeals.com/karma. Rules and restrictions may apply. I have something to say.
Okay.
I sent you a screenshot of a message a couple days ago, maybe last week. It was actually to you, Alessandra, and Kayla. And
Kayla.
What?
Kayla.
That's what I said.
No, you said Kayla.
Kayla?
Kayla.
Kayla?
Kayla, Kaylin. Kayla, Kaylin. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. Anyway, and it was a kid asking me for feet pics, and you didn't give any response to it at all.
Oh, did you want a feet pic?
No, someone I went to college with messaged me and asked me to send him feet pics or like videos of my feet. And you gave zero response. You didn't even answer the message.
Probably never saw it. Doesn't ring a bell. I had an ex that loved my feet so much that it was a little concerning. He also loved my period blood, but that's neither here nor there.
Killing Ray Lowry.
I want everyone to know that I blocked him, and people were really pissed at me because they were like, why didn't you just ask for money? And I was like, it's like weird. If it would have been different if it was a stranger.
No, like, it's not different. I think we need to, I'm going to send you my feet right now, and I want you to send them to him. And honestly, send it to the whole team and say, hey, if anyone wants $25, send in your feet pics.
Like, but it was someone I knew. Like, it's someone that I'm friends with on Facebook. Like,
yeah, what's his name?
I'm watch me post pictures with my wife. You're watching me post pictures about starting a family, and you think
pics are harmless. Send me the info. I'm gonna message him.
Send the feet, Becky. Send the feet.
Send the feet. Send the feet.
I'm not kidding.
We don't kink shame here, though. You can have all the kinks you want.
So send the profile.
I'm not doing that.
I'll go through your friends list.
I blocked him and unfriended him.
Go to the group chat, Kail. She sent
what
it.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why?
Listen. I've done my time with feet interactions in college. I don't do that anymore.
Hold on a second.
Rebecca Hayter, excuse me, you cannot just say I did my share of feet interactions in college and not expand on that.
Yes, I can.
I would I would definitely let my partner send some feet pics for a couple $100.
So with Leah, she was like, why didn't you ask for, because like, I don't know. I think if I wasn't working corporate America, there would be a lot of things I would do that I wouldn't
Literally,
do.
no. Feet pics can't get you in trouble in corporate America.
It's illegal, isn't it? To sell, I don't know.
To sell pictures of your feet, it's art, basically.
Prostitution.
The sex work, that prostitution is when you sell, like when you
Your body
pay for
part.
sex, like your body. Sex work, like, and sending pictures is not illegal.
Because that would be like OnlyFans.
For money?
My thing is as a woman, and I have been sexualized since I was 10 fucking years old. You're getting sexualized for fucking free. Why not get the money? That's why I'm all about it. In a safe environment. And if you are controlling it, you're not being pimped out, you're not being forced, you're not being drugged, your money isn't being stolen, get your bag, baby. That's my opinion. You're being sexualized anyway, get your bag.
I got my money in college. He didn't even offer money.
What?
He didn't like say like, I'll give you something for it. He just said, can you like, would you be willing to send
him a Venmo request for $1,200 and see if he sends it to you, and then send him the toes.
Send him all of our toes.
What's even funnier is I scrolled up in our messaging and I never like answered him ever. And like the first message in our message was like toes out. Like he was responding to like a story of mine like years ago. Should have seen the signs. Okay. So I'm going to try to bring this up in a way that doesn't incriminate me.
Okay.
So our Facebook group has requested for me to talk about microdosing.
Okay.
I microdosed years ago, so I'm past the statute of limitations. What?
Is it illegal?
Mushrooms aren't legalized everywhere. Yeah.
Got it.
So I am not a professional. This is not my advice. This is my own experience of how I microdosed. They want to know what I did, how I did it. I did a lot of research around microdosing, about the schedule that you're supposed to take, your dosages that you're supposed to take. I personally bought like mushrooms like you would weed back in the day, bought mushrooms and I weighed it out myself and I pilled them into pills. Microdosing is very specific to your unique needs. It is not a one size fits all. What you want to do is start with a very low dosage, like 0.1 grams is typically the lowest dose you want to start with. I went up to 0.2 grams in my microdose. I went 4 days on, 3 days off for a month, and then you take a month off. If you feel like you need to do another month off, but it's on, off. Never just consistently. That's not the point of microdosing. A couple of facts about microdosing. You will not trip. You're not consuming enough mushrooms to even have that experience. My experience of taking a little bit too high of a microdose, I feel like it's when you like have too much caffeine, you get a little jittery and like anxious a little bit. That's too much of a microdose. That's when you know you've taken like a little bit too much, but you still won't trip. Like you don't have that, like it's not gonna get there. What else? There are websites now that you can, I don't have experience buying mushrooms off online and getting all of that, but there are websites that you can. Jerry actually put it in the Facebook group, which was very interesting to me. There's different strands of mushrooms. Some are better for microdosing in different ways. Yeah. What else? What else can I say?
How do you notice the effects? Like when do you notice the effects of it? And like,
so
how do you know it's working?
This is how I explain microdosing. Microdosing, well, for me, my brain was really fucked up. I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to take a dirt nap. Like I did not want to be here. My brain chemistry was like just such a negative place. So when I microdosed, I was exhausted. I was tired all the time for that first month because it was literally reprogramming my mind to be present instead of thinking of all the things that were in my head. Like it just made me very present. It made me very like weight was lifted off my shoulders. Like I was working through it. That second cycle of microdosing was kind of when the creative part came. Like I felt like living and I felt like being present and doing more. That first month was just like so tiring though. Two other things. If you have family history of bipolar, microdosing is maybe not the best thing to do. You can do it. You just want to be mindful that it may cause like trigger things. So you want to do it in a controlled way. Like it makes life feel livable. Like it makes life feel like enjoyable.
How long after you start?
I would say like a week.
Oh, so it's that quick.
Oh yeah. Like, but for me, the week, like I started getting I was like tired. I was sleeping all the time, and I'm not a sleepy person.
I'm a very sleepy person.
Yeah. So I encourage microdosing. From my personal experience, it saved my life. It's like really great. The other thing I was going to say is if you have trauma that is in your noggin, present in some way, and that you haven't dealt with, microdosing will make you confront your trauma to heal it, to be able to move forward. And also, don't do this because I did it. I'm not a professional. I sought out professional help when I was doing it too. There's doctors that specialize in psychedelic like treatment. So a lot of resources out there. But
is there a story? Do we have a story?
Yeah, I texted it to you guys.
Is it karma or is it chaos? A little backstory. I dated a guy when I was in high school / college. He was a couple years older than me. When we started dating, he was already out of school and just got back from basic training. We dated for about 2 years and then on and off for another year. My final straw was when he slept with my best friend on one of our breaks, even though we were still hooking up regularly and she knew. Anyhow, fast forward to the past 4 years, he now has 2 kids with his ex-wife and I have a son with my spouse. When I started sending my son to daycare, it ended up being the same daycare as his kid, which is a mutual friend of ours. I wouldn't just send my son to anyone, so this was just my choice for peace of mind, not to do with the fact that his kids went there. One day I was hanging out with our mutual friend and helping her at her in-home daycare. My son was there and my ex came to pick up his kids and my son called him dad. My son was almost 2 at the time. The look on his face was priceless. I looked at him and said, maybe in a different life, but not this one. Then his daughter asked me the following week how I knew her dad, so I told her I used to date her dad in school. First of all, you cannot tell other people's kids that. Like, you cannot tell other people's kids that you dated their father. She had asked me before and I had just told her from school, but clearly she knew it wasn't all. So she proceeded to ask him all about me that night as she told me the whole conversation the next morning on her own. Our kids love each other almost like siblings from the years of daycare together. His ex-wife and I get along enough to this day that we still get the kids together now that they aren't in daycare so they can still hang out. Also, for context, my ex and I have always kept tabs on each other through mutual friends and socials. I honestly do still have some sort of feelings for this man. And it's been over 10 years since we dated. Over the years, I chalked it up to he was the right person, just the wrong time. However, I don't know if that's truly the case. We were toxic for each other when we were younger, but he was truly the one I was best friends with too. He knew better than anyone. So is it our karma for never completely going our separate ways, or is it just chaos?
I mean, are they both single right now? Is that what I'm picking up? Or
no, it says she has a child with her spouse. She said, and I have a son with my spouse.
Oh,
so this is like right person, wrong time, it sounds like.
It sounds like a chaos because why would she deserve karma if she wasn't the one that like cheated, right? Like, what did she do to deserve that? Like, but that's crazy. And she needs to remove herself from the situation.
If she has feelings, like any sort of lingering feelings, and she is married, I would say get your, like,
I don't know. She seems a little fishy to me because, like, why is she talking to his daughter? Why is she trying to get information about what he's saying about her?
And she called herself out and said it had nothing to do with his kids going there.
Girl, you got a husband at home. You're about to get karma from this.
I would recommend getting yourself out of that situation because that is a recipe for disaster. In the nicest way possible, in the most respectful way possible, because I do believe in right person, wrong time. It's just like depends when the stars align.
I agree with you, and I don't agree with you on much. So
just saying.
Here we are. And that's all she wrote, folks.
That's all she wrote. Thanks for joining us. Becky, where can people subscribe to For the Haters podcast?
Anywhere you listen to your podcasts. For the Haters, listen now. New season. It's great. Going well. Fantastic. Find me on Hayter25. Follow along. I've been slacking on my vlogs because I bought a new camera and I'm waiting for it to come in. It comes in tomorrow, I think.
Well, I love that. And you guys can go follow us on Karma Chaos Podcast on Instagram. We also have a TikTok. Join our Facebook group and we'll catch you next week.
Love
See ya.
Hi, I'm Adam Rippon, and this is Intrusive Thoughts, the podcast where I finally say the stuff out loud that's been living rent-free in my head for years. From dumb decisions to awkward moments I probably should have kept to myself, nothing's off limits. Yes, I'm talking about the time I lost my phone mid-flight and still haven't truly emotionally recovered from that. There might be too many sound effects. I've been told to chill. Will I? Unclear. But if you've ever laid awake at night cringing at something you said 5 years ago, congratulations, you found your people. Intrusive Thoughts with Adam Rippon is available now wherever you get your podcasts.
This summer, Pluto TV is exploding with thousands of free movies. Summer of Cinema is here. Feel the explosive action all summer long with movies like Gladiator, Mission Impossible, Beverly Hills Cop, Good Burger, and Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Bring the action with you and stream for free from all your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.